Welcome to Lucy's Luncheon. I'm your host, Lucy. Today's menu features special guest, Jean. It's my very first episode. You know this because I've been talking about it for the past week.
On the couch.
Anywho, Jean,
Yeah.
how has your day been?
Oh.
Since I last talked to you 5 minutes before this.
I was playing my number match game, and I have to do a whole project by myself, even though we have 6 people involved in the group. Anyways.
It sounds so fun.
I know.
So, you're brand new. You just set sail. Your journey's still a fairy tale.
You can speak normally now.
Oh.
You
It's funny.
just talk at your normal level so I can see how big the lines are.
I'm gonna spread James's cheeks tonight.
Oh my god. Okay.
That was right.
You're fine.
I'm kind of tired. I want another Izzy.
I do know you want another Izzy. It's one of my topics for today.
What's the word called again?
Obsessed, addicted.
No, like what our English teachers. Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Yeah. I can just see things. I'm an oracle. Fun fact. I am in fact the one who told Oedipus that he was gonna fuck his mom.
I can see ghosts.
I know you can see ghosts.
Woo.
Before we get into ghosts, do you want to talk about James?
Oh, absolutely. That spread about me.
Yeah.
What? You didn't hear that?
You said something very heinous earlier too.
I'm not addicted, guys. Any questions specifically?
I have a couple. Like, how did you first start dating?
Oh. It was a weird thing. It was 'cause I dreamt of him.
Oh yeah, because in sophomore you tell me to dream about people, and then you'd be like, oh hey,
Yeah.
how y'all doing?
I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I kind of
This is crazy, man.
I dreamt of him once, and in sophomore year, during the summer, I was like, this is weird. I've only seen this dude once in my life, and that was in freshman year, and I don't know, I'm dreaming about him now. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna brush this off. 2 weeks later, I had another dream. I was like, he's kind of cute. I like you now.
Yeah.
And so then some of my friends kind of just set us all up on a Valley Fair.
Oh yeah, it was the Valley Fair.
Yeah, during summer. And 2 days before sophomore year started. And then me and him got closer then. But then we had a fallout because he went back with his ex.
Which is a story in itself. I don't think I'll bring that up when he's
Yeah.
on the pod, but we'll make jokes definitely.
She's a bit. What?
I'm sure everybody knows that.
Yeah. Anyways, and then we had a fallout for in September was when they got back together, so we had a fallout, and then it was October, November, December, 4.5 months later when him and I finally started talking again, and then we kind of grew closer, and then we grew even more closer during Malta, and that's I had feelings for him this entire time. I was like, okay, I'll push it away for now, but then they came back, and I kind of helped him in May of sophomore year to try to break up with his ex, and it worked because he was so scared to do it, and I kind of just worked. It took a whole weekend to convince him to do it, and it was also the week before finals as well, so that was another thing to add on to his stress, and he finally did, and then 2 weeks later, me and him.
Ooh. Yeah. I'd say that a 2-week period is a little strange, but I know that during that relationship, probably the tail end, the last couple months, he had not, he wasn't in it, so it wasn't really, and they had broken up 5 or 6 times already, so, I feel like that's a very special circumstance.
Yeah, because she broke up with him 6 times. I've heard all the reasons. I'm 2 of them are fair enough. 2 of them are because of her parents.
Yeah.
But the other 4 times, I'm you're dumb. I have him now. suck it.
Yeah, and then she said, he cheated on me.
She did. She was telling one of our classmates in religion.
Yeah.
And she
Is
was.
this morality class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no shit, but
Yeah. Anyways, and the dude, I can't say his name, he was like, so what happened with you and your ex? And she was like, yeah, he cheated on me. And I'm just sitting at my own table like, girl, we both know that's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
We both know that you cheated on him about like 3 times in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And she would just be like, yeah, he cheated on me and stuff like that. And I don't think cheating is getting together with somebody 2 weeks after you broke up. And if she thinks that me and him were in like a flirty talking stage while they were still together, first off, I'd never do that. Because I've been personally cheated on before, and I don't want to. That was horseshit. Sorry if you can't swear on this, but it was.
I already swore.
I forgot I have bad memory. And I was like, and she just, I don't know why she came back to the school. I really don't know why.
The option she has is like, it's a $2,000 difference.
The reason, I feel like James and I were on FaceTime last night and we were talking about a lot of things, but she was one of them. And we were like, the topic of why she came back came up, and I thought of like, oh, maybe she's trying to come back to get back with you, or she's trying to come back to like see if I do anything wrong, so then she can go to him and then he'll go back to her. Like, no. He loves me more.
Yeah, and I'd say that like 2 weeks isn't like a cheating. It's more of like a rebound situation. But I know that, again, special circumstance, and you guys have lasted this long, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's a rebound.
And every couple goes through their honeymoon stage, which is like the first 4 months of the relationship. But me and him have been together for almost 8 months now. Our honeymoon couple is days are over.
That's what I'm worried about with Grayson. But I have a lot of faith in them. So, like, Grayson's boyfriend now, like a fucking traitor. Moving on, another thing about James before we move on to other topics. What was it like meeting his parents?
Honestly, I'm trying to remember how I met them. I think I saw his mom once at one of the like competitions last year. And I was like, oh, she looks nice. But I remember during tech, we were all saying how hot his mom was. It was so funny, and now I'm dating him.
Yeah,
and,
she is quite okay. I don't want this to get to her, but it's the piercings and the fact that she has tattoos, and I just look. Your girl's a little lonely, and sometimes that leads to thinking about other people's moms.
Yeah. Anyways, I think, okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to look at my phone again. But the first time meeting his parents was actually kind of scary, not gonna lie. Like, meeting your significant other's parents is always going to be scary the first time. But I feel like he talked about me so much to his parents, like all good things, so I feel like I was less scared, so I didn't have to make a bigger impression than I needed to, because I was asking him the night before I was gonna meet them. I was like, do you think I can wear this to your house? Do you think they'll like think I'm a slut if I wear a crop top? I wore a crop top, and I remember my outfit was just like a cropped green collared shirt. It was really cute. It was like, I've
seen that shirt.
Yeah, it's a shirt that James picked out for me. And then I wore my star pants, my black ones that I wore yesterday. And then I was so scared because I thought she was gonna think I'm a slut because it has like a little slit here for my boobs, and I have big ass boobs. And she was like, your outfit's really cute. It really suits you. I'm like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Holding my breath this entire time. And And I know, I'm trying to remember what I thought of, like, his dad. I almost said his dad's name for a second. There's a lot of his dad's names. Anyways.
Yeah, I think the only reason we're saying his name is because he's going to be on the pod.
Exactly.
He's saying the pod.
The pod.
The pod.
I think his parents already liked me to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would always tell his parents that I was the one helping him get through the, dealio with his ex. And
yeah, and I can't imagine he'd say something bad about you.
His dad has skipped the marriage part between me and him.
I am aware he makes the jokes about when am I gonna get grandbabies.
And he's like, you gotta be careful. You don't want to be ruining those quarter Filipino grandchildren that I'm gonna have. I'm like, what the hell? What the heck? What do you mean? I'm in high school. What?
Oh my goodness.
They really thought I was pregnant once. And I was joking.
Why?
I don't remember. I think it was because I was moody and I was really hungry at their house one day.
Oh, okay. So they were just like, it's the pregnancy hormones.
And I was joking with James later on that night. And I was like, I should not go to your house for 3 months, show up, and then have my put my belly out just to see how. And he was like, no, my parents would actually kill me. I'm like, oh, fine.
Are you sure? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I'm not gonna go into what. Okay, whatever. Anywho, you are involved in show choir.
Yeah.
We're not gonna be specific about that, just because privacy purposes, and also if we say anything negative, I don't want it to be in tandem with our school or our show itself or our team.
There's a lot of negative people.
There are
in show
negative
choir.
things. I think being in a show choir comes with living for the drama. Today, I talked to so many people about the 9/11 theme from Carmel, and just to see the reactions. And that's not even our show choir. So it's like, it comes with, there's a certain territory that comes with show choir. But I also know, I know it's like an interest of yours. I mean, you're in it.
Yeah, honestly, the only reason I joined show choir is because one of my friends, she was like, Jean, you should just try out for our group, just for fun, and see if you get in or not. And I'm like, okay, why not? I'm not gonna go in. I'm not a good dancer. I think I'm a good singer. And I went to one of the audition days. Email, you are accepted. Oh,
crazy.
now I'm in
you
this.
sung tenor.
I did. My first year I sung tenor, mainly tenor, and one alto, alto 2 for one of the songs. And I'm like, I'm more of a man than these bitches. And honestly, I really thought joining show choir would mean less drama, but then I got into it, and then I was like,
what part of joining show choir did you think would mean that there's less drama?
Because I haven't heard anything from my friends. But
we are trained. Not very well, but we are.
We were before, not now with people that are in it. A lot of offense.
Every offense.
Every single offense to some of the sophomores. Oh my gosh. Anyways.
That's alright, because we are not in the same grade as them, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were in theater. Did you think that, all the people who were in theater were in show choir, and so you thought, yeah, the drama's going to be different?
Honestly, theater is meant to have drama.
It is. Theater is drama.
I really, I just wanted a break, and I didn't get one.
Didn't get one.
I still haven't gotten one.
No, it never happens, really. But I, for one, live for the drama as someone who isn't particularly involved in it, for the most part. I mean, can you think of anything that I've been involved in? Without naming specifics.
Yeah. That one blonde in freshman year.
But regarding show choir. I don't know if that was necessarily drama. That was after show choir too.
Sure.
We're friends again. But like with the drama that happens, I'm not like the serious things that are like,
Oh yeah.
you know, telling somebody that, they shouldn't exist.
Oh.
Mm.
We're talking about a specific egg.
I'm talking about, or telling someone that they are what's wrong with the world because they, have Tourette's.
I'm talking about a specific. I mean, she's a bitch.
Oh my fucking God. I hate that whore.
She's such, like, I would feel bad for making. I'm not a fat shamer, I swear, but she fat shames other people.
She does, and then she
And
also
it's like,
she likes to skinny shame. She likes to body shame in general. She uses her insecurity about herself and puts it onto other people.
You cannot talk.
Who, by the way, she knows historically have had eating disorders. And then one time I told her that she shouldn't put herself down in order to make other people's feel better, and she said, I have enough self-confidence where I can do that.
So,
And that's a fucking lie if I've ever heard it.
so I have self-confidence, but I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
No. Like, I would feel bad for, like, being so rude to her if she was a nice person, but you can't.
She's not a nice person.
No, she's not.
I don't want to be, like, it's not saying that she shouldn't exist. She's a bitch and she brings it up all the fucking time.
And she's telling people to kill themselves. Like,
she is telling people to kill
what?
themselves. This entire conversation is going to have to be censored, but just because it's so specific.
Yeah, and it's like, seriously,
vent, though.
you're telling people to KYS. I'm gonna say that
Mhm.
because I don't have to censor as much.
Well, it's not that. It's that we're being very specific about what she's doing. So it's like,
yeah. Anyways, but you're telling people to, like, KYS to people who are actually mentally ill.
mm-hmm.
First off.
I just don't want to have to deal with.
So,
Moving on. K-pop. You are an avid Stray Kids fan. Are they called Stays?
I'm a stay. I
You're a
love
stay.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about that. I have a couple follow-ups. Who's your bias?
Hanji's song, My Little Squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
I love him so much. Don't tell James I said that.
Oh, do you have any? By the way, I'm gonna have Nyx on for an episode. Do you have any recommendations? Because I'm getting them kind of into K-pop, but I'm gonna show them a bunch of like really hot K-pop stars. Do you have any recs? Who do I have on here? Wonho. I have. Is it Bangchan? Bangchan.
Or just, like, Channy, if you want.
Yeah. And then Hwasa and Soyeon from Dreamcatcher, but like
Are you doing one from, like, each group?
I can do multiple from each group, just like hot K-pop idols.
You should definitely do Felix, because Felix, I love Stray Kids. I love all of Stray Kids equally, but Felix is honestly one of the hottest ones there. Sorry,
Mhm.
Han. And
Hyunjin?
yeah, I mean, Hyunjin is hot, but I don't think you should. If you're asking me who to put on there to, like, talk about hot idols, I would say all of Stray Kids. So I'm kind of keep it down to a low.
Yeah.
I'm
Do you
trying-
know like any other groups too?
Like TXT, honest. I love TXT.
TXT.
ATs.
Mm-hmm. Do you know any like hot girl idols? Because I have two right now.
Oh shit, what's her name? The one with curves. What's her name again?
Hwasa, I already put
Yeah.
her on
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Good. I was like, oh,
Oh, she's fucking. She's
Um,
what got me back into K-pop after I like stopped listening to Blackpink for a while,
Mhm.
and then I saw a video talking about like Hwasa and her, like how she's curvier and how she said that like her body positivity when it comes to the K-pop industry,
Exactly.
and so that's what got me back into it, and also Maria, and then I realized that I found out that she was in a group, and now I'm an avid Mumu.
I'm also only saying that you should do Channy and Felix mainly because they're both from Australia, first off.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, like, a typical Korean beauty standard to be a K-pop idol. And first off, Felix, he has freckles. People in the K-pop industry do not like that. But they like Felix, obviously. And
how can you resist that bass, the voice of the
I'm a sucker for bass,
Mm,
and James
I
is
know,
a bass
bass
too.
too.
Oh my god. And I don't know,
She's
Shani.
a Scorpio.
Yeah,
You have a thing for Scorpios.
I do have a thing for Scorpios, but it always ended up badly. But this time it hasn't.
Yeah.
For the first.
I don't know if James is like a stereotypical Scorpio.
No, he's like. We talked about a lot of things on FaceTime last night, but me and him were saying how, like, even if he wasn't dating me, he'd be the most respectful guy ever. Cause
Like at our school, I think he's one of the most respectful.
Cause he's like
The show choir moms.
the show choir moms. Anyways, the show choir moms. He was saying how he didn't think that the rule of like how the Reds should take off their spandex to change into the jumpsuit was like a good thing to do. Cause there are some perverts in our group.
Yeah.
And it's like, seriously, what went through your brain when you went through that?
And I get where they're coming from, but also at the same time, the spandex are there for a reason. Like, and especially at our first comp, like there were people waiting because they were so backed up in finals that there were people waiting. They're like, I remember, I'm not going to say his name, but he had to, like, take his pants off in front of all of them. Like, it was, like...
I took my spandex off once for our first comp, and I was late to go on. And so I was like, my spandex are short enough.
It's such a quick change, too.
Exactly. My spandex are short enough to where I don't need to take it off.
And,
like,
they just put elastic into them, so it's like...
Oh, that hurts like a bitch. Anyways, we went back to show choir. What we were talking about?
We did go back to that. We were talking about K-pop idols. Yeah. You've seen Wonho, right? He was from Monster X, and then he was like the really swole one.
Oh yeah.
And he always wore like crop tops, and he's like jacked.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I'm a lesbian, but
boobs.
I can recognize when a man is a nice hunk of meat.
I hope James doesn't listen to this podcast.
It's a 50-50. And the thing about James, again, because we're talking about him being respectful, he does make a lot of, like, kind of iffy jokes, but, like, I find them fucking hilarious. And I know that they don't come from a place of, like, being genuine.
Yeah.
So when he does say, oh, because you're a woman, I find it very funny.
And I'm going to go back to show choir real quickly because it was...
No, hey, go ahead. There is a lot of material when it comes to show choir.
It was on my thought when we were talking about how, like, what was the word again? What was the word? What were we saying that James was? What was that one?
Genuine?
Respectful.
Respectful.
So one of my friends, the taller one, I can say that, but I can't say her name. Anyways, tallest one. Yeah, she changes on the same side as him, and she always waits for him to put down his stuff somewhere so she could put it down next to him, and not to like have him see anything like that, but it's because she feels comfortable changing next to him. She knows that he's not gonna look. He's not gonna look. And the show choir moms were like, okay, Blues, if you're ready and your costumes are already on, look around to see if the Reds need help, like putting the costumes on or stuff like that. And James was like, I'm not gonna look around, people's asses are out, that's just disrespectful. I'm like, you're wifey material.
Wifey material.
First off, you can
we
cook.
We have talked about how you are going to make him the trophy wife while you go out and you're the breadwinner.
He cooks. He says I clean. I clean, but you cook. Okay? Yeah. Literally and physically. And it tastes really good. You should have had his quesadillas. Those were
I do want to taste his
scrumptious.
cooking, and I did give him my dad's number, so there's that.
He made like this coconut rice with mangoes on top once, and I was like, this tastes like something from the Philippines, and you're really bringing me back to my culture. Anyways, back to K-pop.
Back to K-pop.
Okay.
I know you're avid boy group fan. I'm more of a girl group fan. I think that's evident in outside of K-pop what our lives are like. But so I know are Stray Kids like your favorite group?
Yeah.
I'm assuming, and then like TXT is.
It's originally VIV was my favorite group, but then like all of them went to the military, and so I was like, well, why'd you go at the same time? Now what do I listen
Pull a
to?
BTS.
Like seriously. And so I was like, okay, well, Stray Kids. And then I watched some of the videos, like music videos and just like the fun videos, and I'm like, these people are actually kind of cool and I like them. And then I saw Han and I was like, his nickname is Squirrel, my nickname is Squirrel from when I played volleyball back in the day.
Just because you jumped around everywhere.
He's like
Squirrels are weirdly effective.
Squirrel shoves so much food in their mouth, and Han does as well. It's like his cheeks are so
Chipmunk, yeah.
yeah, his cheeks are so puffy, and I think it's adorable.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Yeah.
and yeah, obviously they're my favorite group, but then it's them, and then VAV has come back, so I've gotten back into them a little bit. Then it's
Mhm.
like there's a first and a second, and then there's nothing else. Like I love
Yeah.
every other group equally. Like I love
Mhm.
BTS equally, TXT equally, ATEEZ equally. ATEEZ is the gayest group I've ever seen in my life.
Mhm.
I'm sorry,
Mhm.
but they're not having a gay romantic relationship with everyone in their group, then I do not believe
Then
it.
this is queerbait.
Exactly. Like I've
Mhm.
seen the videos. Y'all touch each other's cocks.
Oh.
I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
You can literally search it up, be like ATs being gay for 5 minutes straight, and this
Mhm.
like 99% of them are them touching their cocks.
I like to see videos of Stray Kids like shitting on JYP because they
So
work for him,
funny.
and it's really funny.
He's so ugly.
He is ugly, and he's
Like-
well, I don't want to say he's untalented, but he
tries
isn't
too
as
hard.
talented as he think he is.
He tries too hard.
Mm-hmm.
He can
I
dance.
have like something else. Oh, Izzy's. I have Izzy's.
Yeah.
As a conversation. Oh, I was gonna say, have you listened to Shiny? Are you a Shiny kind of girl, person?
I mean, I've seen the people, but I don't really want to get involved with a group that has somebody who died because it's emotional. Because if I get attached to their group, then that
it's
means
gonna become.
it's gonna become like me attached to the person who has already died, and it's like I don't want to
Mhm.
cry.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I already have because I am a Shiny girl. I forgot what their fans are called because I don't know.
I know.
But they recently had a comeback, I think. Not as recently as I think it is, but
Mm.
you know. I like their old music because it's so like you know, what are they, second, third gen?
I have no idea.
It's like over a decade ago.
Yeah.
Of like it's very prime 2010-esque K-pop, and I personally enjoy it very much, especially Ring Ding Dong because it's so fucking crazy and so auto-tuned, but it's such a bop. And also the dance, and what I mean, they revolutionized, you know, like they started the dance practice stuff, and now everybody's doing dance practice videos.
Yeah.
And also those hand movements in Lucifer, I just like.
Oh.
I watch that specific dance practice, the dance practice, so many times, just like when I feel like it. And I also listen to Lucifer and Low Rider by Flo Rida,
Mm-hmm.
the mashup, all the time. Because that is pure musical genius right there.
Yeah.
And as someone who took an audio and sound engineering class, it's good shit.
I might take it next.
You should. It's not that hard, but it allows for a lot of creative freedom. Yeah. Izzy's.
I love them with my entire heart and soul, and I'm gonna marry the Izzy's one day.
I have to wean up. Well, I like Izzy's, but I can't. I like them so much that I drink them so fast and I get tummy aches.
Yeah, so I have a collection in my locker that's filled to the brim. I started a second row on the shelves.
I've seen.
And
Izzy's are a drink. I guess I already said I drink them too fast, but I feel like I should say that, you know.
Freaking love them. I like get one every single day. Unless I have $1 in my account, then I can't, and I don't want to go into debt because my mother will yell at me. Well, she says she won't, but I know she will.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's
Izzy's are good.
They're very good. I got so addicted. The only reason why I got addicted to them is because I saw that one TikTok challenge where it was like, I'm not addicted to anything, and then they keep knocking down a whole bunch of cans of a specific drink. I was like, I want to do that. So I started drinking a whole bunch of Izzy's, like 4 a day. Yes, 4 a day. Now it's 1 or 2. I've cut back a little bit.
Just a lot better.
Yeah.
It's a lot better. And then last year when you were taking them all out of your locker, you had like 80 something.
$180 down the drain, down the trash can, actually.
Yeah,
like,
and we were putting them in the trash, and the principal walked by and was like, that's actually kind of impressive.
I really thought I was going to get in trouble. I was like, I gotta do this quickly.
I mean, it's money that's going towards the kitchen staff and the school, so it's like there's not much she can do about it. I mean, you're cleaning out your locker now. She can't do much.
Like, there's so many teachers that have walked by my locker this year when it's open, and they're like, is that a whole Izzy can collection? I'm like, it's growing. Don't worry.
Absolutely is. I like how they're mostly just pink and green ones, too.
Yeah, that's true. There's some orange ones in the back.
Do you like the blackberry ones?
If there's nothing else. Like, if I can rank them, the ones at school, I would definitely rank them, like, I don't know, the green apple and the red ones are kind of like
the pomegranate ones.
Yeah, are taking the top space right now, so I can't really rank them. And then it would be the purple ones, and then orange, because I don't like orange fizzy drinks. They just don't taste very good, unless it's like some from Malta, the Fanta from Malta, but that was really good.
Yeah, but that's also another country, so they have a different like mixture and different regulations.
Exactly.
I mean, America doesn't have a ton of regulations, and we have the Bliss Point.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just like a lot of sugar to things. And
yeah,
like,
and especially like the Bliss Point is a specific mixture of things to make it addictive that they sell in like all of our shit. So hey, they're doing it right, I guess.
Exactly. Like, I don't care if there's Izzy's in Malta. I will forever love my Izzy's that's in the U.S. I can say that because nobody can find me right now.
Aside from Izzy's, do you have any other like current hyperfixations or obsessions?
I really like bubble tea. Like,
you do really
like Thai tea bubble tea from, I don't know if this place is from like just where I am right now or in other places. I'm not going to say where it is, what it is, but James brings me there a lot. And even before we went to this specific place, whenever me and him would like give each other like a kiss on the lips for like a second, like, okay, bye, I have to go now and stuff like that, he'd be like, why do you taste like Thai tea? Have you been drinking Thai tea lately? I'm like, no, I haven't drank it for a week. And he's like, you're morphing into Thai tea at this point. And I'm like,
Thai tea.
Yes, thank you. And
yes, mission accomplished.
Anyways, we're getting Thai tea soon. I think me and him are going on a date on Tuesday, and then we're gonna go because I planned out this whole entire date because we need one severely because we haven't had one. And I know that some adults are gonna be like, well, when I was your age, I didn't have that many dates either. So you should shut up because let me enjoy my teenhood life because he brings me bubble tea.
Sorry, I just had a text, but it didn't matter. So, but yes, I don't know. I think my parents went on dates. They met in a driveway, and my dad was like swinging nunchucks around, and they were at a mutual friend's house, but they hadn't met yet. My dad was swinging nunchucks around, walking up the driveway, and my mom was like in there playing piano. So she walked out and she was like, "Someone's got to teach this guy a lesson." And my parents were like off and on for a while, and I was like, okay, but happy marriage now
Yes.
for the most part.
My parents met because of military. Their first date was in the washing room for their army uniform, and they were like, and my dad was like, hey, do you want to go wash our army uniforms? Because none of mine are clean, none of yours are clean, let's go. And my mom was like, okay, sure. And so they were having their first date in the military, washing their uniforms. I was like, that's so romantic.
That's crazy, guys. It's such an interesting date idea.
And now they're married.
Yeah. My dad made my mom like to eat meat again. Like, because her parents grew up with their parents with like the meat scares and stuff. So they would always overcook their meat, and it was disgusting because they didn't know how to cook it right to get all the bad shit out. And so then she pretty much became vegetarian because she just thought that meat tasted bad. And then my dad made fish for her one day, and she was really hesitant, and then she ate it, and she was like, this is like the best thing I've ever eaten. So, and now here we are,
Exactly.
We are a very carnivorous family. And I know red meat isn't the best, but we eat a lot of red meat.
Freaking love steak. Oh my god.
Steak is so good. You know what else is good? A venison backstrap cooked right. I don't know a lot of people who like venison because it's hard to cook venison good because it can become very tough, but like it's good. It's so
I
good.
love venison sausages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I like venison backstrap. I like the steaks. Like venison backstrap. I also like, one time my dad made for Mother's Day, we made like a 16-course meal for my mom.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very delicious. He made venison Wellingtons, and those were delicious. And we also made like crepes with like chocolate. We had like an almond extract filling in the middle, and then we covered them in chocolate, and those were also to die for. He recently came back from fishing, so I think he's gonna make fish, but he's been saying he's gonna make fish for like 3 days now. So chop the clock is ticking.
Chop literally.
Well, literally.
Literally, dude. Give me the fish without the bones. I almost swallowed fish bones once. I was like, oh, what's stabbing my neck?
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, a fish bone.
Wow.
So I had to reach down my throat and grab that.
Oh, that's so fun.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Ow.
I've accidentally laughed while eating a bunch of times where things get in my nose. So I've had like chicken nuggets in my nose, ramen in my nose, broccoli, carrots, steak, hamburger, crazy combinations of things. I think one time maybe water or milk.
I remember.
It's never enjoyable. I always have to because I can never get it out, so I end up having to sneeze it out.
I don't remember if it was the ending of freshman year or if it was the ending of sophomore year, but the best teacher at the school, I think the religion one, she was holding the bucket of like the strawberry juice and some strawberry chunks in it, but they were really tiny, and she was like, does anybody want to chug this? And I was like, okay, I will. And I did, and I forgot to swallow. So it came back up through my nose, and some chunks did as well. And I was like, this burns.
In the class?
No, outside in the field. Because we usually have our end of school year in the field.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so fun and like quirky and different. You're so silly.
It tasted really good, but it hurt really bad.
So wait, it was like strawberry juice?
Yeah, it was the juice from the strawberries. No, not the strawberries. The watermelon. My bad.
You just like took them out.
Yeah, she was just
I was like a bucket of what? But it was like a bin of where the watermelon was.
Yeah.
That's a good time of the year because we're like, I like that time.
I think it was freshman because I remember what happened during sophomore.
And freshman, I wasn't I wasn't by you during freshman year, I don't think. So I was hanging out with the sophomores.
The now seniors.
Oh, gross.
Oh, we're seniors next year.
I know. And like, I know I'm not that old, but God.
I don't like
flies.
it. I'm actually really excited to graduate if I graduate because I think I'm a little bit too dumb to graduate, but I hope I graduate. I really don't want to become a super
Here's
senior.
the thing. They have a 100% graduation rate, but that's because they expel anyone who isn't going to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good school that I go to. Really good school that I go to.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
I would
actually
name
like,
drop,
so
but
awesome.
I can't.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else do we have? I don't really have anything else besides like obsessions.
Let me see what you're gonna do for James. Let me see.
James? I asked him what his interests were besides food and cars, and he said, "I think that's it."
Food, cars, music.
Cars, music. That's what I have for James.
Who is Nyx? Is Nyx? Oh. Anyways.
Anywho, let's think of my obsessions. D&D, but next episode I'm gonna talk with somebody else who's obsessed with D&D, so I think that's when I'm gonna talk about D&D the most.
Yeah.
And you're not interested, so why would it matter?
I'm not interested.
You aren't?
I said I'm not.
Okay, I was
No,
like,
no.
I was like, you were like,
No, I'm
don't worry, it's all right.
too
I won't
lazy
force
to
you
learn.
anything.
D&D is.
Yeah, it can be a little intimidating, but it's okay. And I'm not gonna make you do anything because boundaries.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
My back itches.
Your back itches?
My back does itch right now.
Damn. Can't imagine that. People don't just launch yourself into the wall.
It's okay. The wall will catch me.
Okay. Do you have the sub for the teacher who had a baby in U.S. history?
Yeah.
Opinions?
He wouldn't let me out of class 10 minutes early because he was like, well, I want you at least to do some of your work. Like, yes, I'm like, I'm supposed to be let out 10 minutes early for a reason, not 5 minutes early. So he said to leave at, I don't know, something 40, and so I left earlier than that. And I didn't look back because he can yell at me all he wants.
Yeah.
And there's a specific time that I have to be there by because I have to put stuff in my locker, grab my music, which is already there, but he doesn't need to know that. And I have to freaking golly walk to the gym. That's so far. It's not really, but I'm lazy.
It's not that far. We have a very small school.
No, I'm lazy. I'm just like really lazy, so I don't want to walk.
But like for our school, it's on like it's a decent ways away.
Yeah.
It's one of the farther halls. So. Yeah.
Yes.
I know you like the strawberry milk you offered me one day, and then I drank it.
I really do like that strawberry milk. It comes from a Korean store.
Yeah,
near
I was
my
gonna say it's
house.
Korean. Yeah.
And it's like the best strawberry milk ever. Like,
Mhm.
I've tried Nesquik strawberry milk once, and I was like, why does it taste? Why is the texture like this in my mouth? First off, I can feel like little grains in my mouth. I'm like, this isn't right. And the strawberry milk that I get from the Korean store, it's like so smooth. I'm like, thank you for making something smooth. You guys know how to do stuff. They have really good like banana milk too. They have coffee milk, taro. I don't know how to say it.
I was gonna say I remember I think it may have been the store, but they came to our school one day and they sold Thai tea. I think it was, and I had one. And it was delicious.
I remember having a Thai tea from the thing that came to our school one day, but it wasn't as good as the place that I go to with James.
Yeah. How do you feel about coffee?
Freaking love coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this one time when I went to, I can say this name because it's all over the world, but I went to go get Caribou coffee because I wanted Caribou coffee, and Starbucks is too far away from my house.
And also, fuck Starbucks.
I like Starbucks, but like...
No, I mean fuck Starbucks because we're boycotting Starbucks.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, and I went to go get Caribou, and everything was good. And I was driving to school that day because I have a license. I'm a big girl now. And I parked in the Cub parking lot. You don't know where this is, but there's a lot of... So, say Cub is right here. The parking lot is right here. It's usually like a big open thing. And then there was a whole bunch of snow on the ground. And I really thought it was an open parking lot, but there was a little side curb right here, and I was parked like right here.
Mm-hmm.
The snow was like so untouched that I could not see the curb. So yeah, the curb's right here. I'm going after I eat my croissant. I go right over it. I'm like, what just happened? I'm in my dad's car. Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
I worried about my coffee first, then the car second.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah, I really like coffee. If I had,
I get to have sips of it in the morning.
if I had to rank Dunkin', Starbucks, and Caribou, I'm sorry, Caribou, but I'd put you at third.
Ooh. All right.
Like-
I like Caribou also because of interior design.
That's true.
They get a lot of points for that.
I think I'd put like Starbucks. I'm not one of those basic white girls, but I'd put it first because their coffee is more smoother than Caribou. So and I really like when the coffee is smooth,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like they don't put too much of one thing or too much of another thing. But Caribou sometimes does that. It's like, well, either I like it, don't like it, or it's in between.
Yeah.
So then I would put like Starbucks, Dunkin', because they have really smooth coffee too, and then Caribou.
I don't think I've really had, maybe from you. I don't know if you've run Dunkin' to school, though, that
No.
much.
I think I did once.
Yeah.
That was for my dad's birthday.
Mm-hmm. I like the, dragon fruit drink at Starbucks. I think it's the only thing I've ever actually gotten at Starbucks is that dragon fruit drink.
Yeah.
I do like that, but I also like the universal caribou order
Oh,
at
hi,
the
James.
school. Oh, it's James. He
I
gets to wait his turn like a patient man.
What? No, go back. He's my ride.
Oh, he's your ride?
He's my ride.
Oh, okay. Well, it was nice talking to you. Do you have to leave now?
I think I might have to.
Okay, that's okay. So, yeah, I was glad I could have you as my first guest.
Yes.
Glad we could talk about coffee and K-pop and an assortment of other things. Yeah, so thanks for coming to Lucy's Luncheon.
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed your meal.
Um,